So, I just recorded 10 minutes of video, my camera died on me, and I lost the entire video. So, here's my attempt of trying to talk about all that shit again. Today has been a tough day. Practice did not go how I wanted it to. It's been really shitty outside weather-wise. I stepped in a puddle on my way back from practice, and I've been sitting in wet socks for the past hour. So that's how my day's been going. So that's real fun. I'm recording in my room because it was too loud to record in the car because the rain is just really loud. So that's why there's a little change of scenery. Hope you don't mind. My wonderful decor and my unmade bed. But yeah, man, it really sucks that I feel like I talked about some pretty decent stuff in that last video. But here we are. So, why was today tough? My shoulder is kind of still screwing with me, like I said in my last video. And I think that it's very discouraging whenever you're working hard and your body's not responding, and it's not something that I'm used to. Because whenever I was younger, and my body was kind of more in tune with itself, and there were days during my undergrad where I could go out 3 or 4 times a week, drink with my friends, and I don't think it was really ever anything super crazy, but enough to go out and not sleep real good that night, have a couple beers, and just kind of coast, at least whenever it comes to recovery, because I feel like I've always brought a really good work ethic to practice, and whether I felt shitty or not, I always work hard, and that's something that I've prided myself on, so yeah, it's just I feel like I've been checking almost all of the boxes. I'm down 2 pounds from last week, so I think I said I was 248. I woke up this morning at 246, and I've kind of been constantly on this downward trend of weighing myself every day, and that's been good. But I feel like I'm taking care of a lot of things outside of throwing, and normally whenever that happens, that kind of throwing kind of figures itself out. But it's just really discouraging to be working towards something and just have something little. I think it's little. Something as little as a little shoulder pain get in the way of you being able to go about your regular practice. But it is what it is. Smooth seas never made a skilled sailor, right? I don't know, I was thinking about quotes today too, and I kind of live my life off of quotes. I'll show you on the wall, but I have this on my wall. It's my favorite quote. But if you want to pause it and read it, have at it. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy my face. Yeah, it's The Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. My favorite quote, and like I said, I basically live my life off of quotes. But I think I think quotes are reassuring because no one ever has there is no such thing as an individual experience, right? If you're doing something, if you're doing something worth doing, odds are somebody's tried to do it before, and they're experiencing a lot of the same things that you are, and they have experienced a lot of the same things that you're experiencing currently, right? So I think quotes are kind of a way of not minimizing problems, but at least contextualizing it in a way that you realize that it's not just you bearing the burden of whatever you're doing, right? And I think the end of that quote really reigns true to me, and it says, let me see it. Who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end of triumph. Oh, sorry, let me run that back. Who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at their worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place will never be among those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Right, and that was Teddy Roosevelt back in I think 1909. So, he obviously was a very influential person, a president, one of the more interesting people in history, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, he's just like, it's better to set a really, really high goal and demand a lot from yourself and fall short than to, just not really demand a lot of yourself, go through the motions, live a life that you're not really proud of, Like there's a lot of things that I'll regret in my life. And there's a lot of regrets that I do have about my life. But I can promise you, this stuff now is not one of them. I'm very motivated. I'm very disciplined, I would say. Like I said, I'm checking off a lot of boxes, and that's not something that I've done as well as I think I'm doing currently, in the past. But yeah, it's just hard sometimes, and I think because it's hard sometimes, that kind of distracts you from the goal, right? Like momentary emotions, momentary experiences kind of lead you off of this path of greatness, right? And whether I feel like that's in anything, but I think that you kind of have to play the cards you're dealt and just continue to get after it, because if not, then somebody's going to pass you up. I mean, I think I talked about it last week, but that kid throwing 90 meters at 19 from Germany, you never know who's ready, and there's a lot of people that are eager to take your place. But my dad puts it in a really good way. He's like, you're either the hunter or the hunted, right? And you're in a good spot whenever you're being hunted, but damn does it feel good to be the hunter, right? Because when you're at the top, everybody wants to be you. Everybody's trying to, do better than you. But man, whenever you're on that climb, that feels good. It feels like you're being like you're chasing something, like chasing glory. And every once in a while, the hunter gets hunted, and that's kind of where I feel like I'm a hunter right now, right? But yeah, I'm very motivated, like I said, and sometimes it's hard for me to put into words, and I think I'll get better at it as I continue to do these kind of things. But yeah, life is you never know where life takes you. You never know the opportunities that life is going to give you. But I'll be damned if I don't make the most of the opportunities that I'm given. And I'm not going to die while having regrets about what I could have done, with the time that I was given now. Because I can't tell you how many people that I've talked to have like, if this wouldn't have happened, or if this would have happened, I would have, been so much better in my life. And I'm sure, a lot of you have had the same kind of conversations with other people. If I wouldn't have blown out my knee, or if I wouldn't have, got arrested, or, something like that. Like, and I'm not trying to downplay other people's experiences, but also at the same time, I don't plan on having those same kind of conversations. I really don't like talking about my accomplishments, and my achievements. I feel like, I don't know, it's not really bragging if you're just kind of stating facts, but for me, growing up, my dad kind of put it in a way, it was, that always really made sense to me. But he said, if you're good enough, people will talk for you, right? And I think that that's something that is it's hard to do nowadays with like social media and everything, because everybody's posting about their achievements in life and how great they're doing and how much fun they're having and all this and all that. But whenever you really get down to it, you got to find something that fulfills your needs, like mentally. And, you know, with track, it's kind of nice because it has a smaller community. So it's not like I can walk down the street. Like I won the USA Championships, right, in 2022. And I walked onto the plane and not a single person knew who I was. And that was totally fine by me. Like, I'd hate to be the guy who has to, you know, go out of his way to, like, can't go to the grocery store because of the kind of fame that he's achieved in his life, right? But yeah, no, it's I just don't want to have regrets. Is what I'm really trying to get at. But yeah, about 50 seconds ago in the last video is whenever my camera ran out of battery and just deleted the whole video. But I feel like I've been going strong with this one. Started off a little rocky, but my mood's been kind of a little, not constantly improving, but improving, you know, marginally as we've gone up or gone in the video. But I think I'm gonna cut it there. All in all, you know, tough day, but god damn it, I'm tougher. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's the future me. Hello.